Check it out. Got some new bars. I don't know what I'll put these on. Maybe the Roadstar? Not sure yet. Let me go scavenge one of the bikes. I'm gonna be working on the scooter a little bit, and yeah, hopefully I'll get it somewhat ready to ride. Have a ignition coming in, a nicer ignition, I guess. It is a Nibby brand, Nibbi. And I think that's a little bit of a more reputable brand. But I am getting it from Amazon, so hopefully it's not like some knockoff thing or something. Last time my head did split open, a small critter crawled out, and I thought it was going to happen again, but it did not. Thankfully, my wife is a super trooper and was able to take care of everything because I basically collapsed and slept like the entire time. Until an hour ago or so, and then she's like, hey, you gotta wake up. And I was like, where am I? She's like, oh, you were asleep. So that was cool. That was very nice of her to handle the business like that without complaints. She just took care of it. So yeah, I am super disoriented. Could not figure out what day it was, where I was. So that was fun. I'm still semi-confused right now. More so confused than normal. It's probably because Courtney has this weird look on her face. I'm not sure exactly what her deal is today, but we'll find out. Got this weird little bulb put on here. Grab the crew here. I'll grab a little bulb and get this. Also, got this. Any guesses on what might be in this little case? Anyone? I'm not even honestly sure if I'm even allowed to show this. Show you guys in a second. But look at this weird little light. I know it's backwards for you guys because you're on a selfie cam, but Moto Line. Show you a little close up on it, a little step on it. What's up, everybody? What's up, Nuv Reddits? How you doing? I think you don't have enough screwdrivers, but the real question is, do you know where your 10mm socket is? Diplomatic 2288.
With Ralph's same day pickup and delivery, you can shop the same in-store prices and have your groceries brought right to you.
Why on earth would I ever lose such a thing as my 10mm?
150 years.
My husband used to ejaculate prematurely until this. My hubby is ejaculating so fast.
Thank you for
and he
this
gets so
ad.
anxious about it, it's starting to feel like...
Thank you for this ad, Hims. That was very cool of you. I mean, of course I know where my 10mm socket is. This is a weird question. I don't know why I would ever lose it. That Scoot got a head. Yes, it does. That is the head that came stock on this scooter. If you guys buy one of these 150cc scooters, they normally come with a pilot, a little co-pilot right there. Weird at boy. Oh, what's up, Church of Dr. Phil? What am I working on tonight, Church of Dr. Phil? I'm going to be putting on this little tiny, bizarre 35 watt little headlight for the scooter, so that hopefully I can sneak around at night and sneak around. But check it out. It's a cool little box, and show you guys the contents, and then I'll show you what's in that little case. I'm gonna tell you right now, it's a gun. So hopefully you got some. Look at this weird bulb. Check that out. Very specific little bulb. Yeah, it is a gun. So hopefully you got some gun. You guys are about to see something insane. That's what I was saying. I don't know if you're allowed to show this on YouTube, but hopefully I don't get in trouble for this. Gun of the night, guys. That's why I brought Courtney out. Let me put it on here so you guys can properly see it. It's a plastic welding gun, guys. Check it out. Let me get you in on it. I opened it. It says rep air of tin. Flattening. Brazing hot. By welding. Cutting hot. Nail breaking. My nails do not need any help being broken. They are plenty broken, if you guys could not already tell. They are war torn and damaged. But yeah, check it out. I opened this and I said, okay. I said, all right. Just got this little paper loosely thrown in here. And this is legitimately how they packaged it. I was like, what the heck? Okay, you got your standard pieces of plastic here. You have your, of course, arm right here, the plastic welding gun, and then they just threw all these little staples on top, like they're just stuffed in here. This is exactly how it looked. I was like, wow, that's really put in there very well. It's just all floating around. So yeah, I'm gonna do a little plastic welding on this thing. Demonstration purposes only. YouTube, exactly. Church of Dr. Phil. We do not suggest we ever play with guns, especially plastic welding guns. But if you do need to repair some little tiny plastic things, plastic welding gun, probably Facebook ads 50 times, and thought, wow, that would probably be very useful. Then you try order one like I did, and I have these little plastic pieces, and I'm gonna try and plastic weld it. I've welded some metal, so why not try and plastic weld and see what happens. For now, I am going to pop off the headlight on the scooter and see if I can't get it to scooting a little bit better at night. I was thinking about it, and I thought I can't really do any sort of night missions on the scooter. I can, but essentially I'm stuck in stealth mode because I cannot turn on the headlight. So let me move this a little bit closer. You guys can take a gander. Where did I get the plastic welding gun? I got that on Amazon. It's 30 bucks. And I'm going to give it the old test today and see if it's worth $30 or not. Gizmo here is not convinced that it is worth $30, but who knows? We will find out after I put this headlight on. Me personally, I would like to turn this into a Mad Max scooter and make it super apocalyptic looking, and put some sort of like a stop sign here, replace all the plastics and stuff. But I have to talk to my buddy who owns a scooter and see if he's down. I'm not sure if he's down for that, so we will see. Man, this is gonna suck. Let me see if I have a stubby. Let me see if I have a little small one. Fang's Garage takes no responsibility for burnt fingers. Use responsibly. That's right, Church of Dr. Phil. If you choose to burn, snag your finger with a grinder.
I'm something of a karaoke connoisseur.
Okay. if you accidentally get your finger bitten by a piranha or any other sort of sickly animal, we are not responsible. Do we recommend it? Yeah. Where is my MC? I don't think I have a MC. I have more of the FG. And of course, FG referring to Fang's Garage, which is located in California. But we do have our banana bread company located in downtown New York. It's at 357 West 2nd Broad Street. And that is, of course, downtown New York. And that's bananabreadbros.net. That's the banana bread company that we run. They, of course, oh, weird. Something strange is going on. Let's see here. There we go. Yeah, we are serving up steaming hot banana bread until 3 a.m. today. And as of course served with the fattest slab of butter that you've ever seen in your life. It melts right into the bread, and of course it does melt into your mouth as soon as you try and, if you even open your mouth near this banana bread, it is so hot and soggy with just the warmest butter you've ever imagined. It'll basically just disintegrate your hand. It's kind of hard to eat. We serve it in a little like a paper cup. And it comes with like a little wooden spoon because it's so freaking delicious and soggy with all that butter. You can't even really hold on to it properly. I mean, we really had some technical difficulties when we were trying to figure this whole thing out. With the butter and the cup. And the owner was like, hey, let's use this other kind of cup. I said, you're so dumb, dude. Like, no one's gonna like that cup. That's ridiculous. How could you ever think that someone's gonna like that cup? How did you even get into this business? Like, what are you thinking? Nice. As you can see, this rubber on here is essentially just completely falling apart, which is fine. Again, Fang's Garage is not responsible for any broken rubber pieces. And don't focus on one spot too long. Sorry, let me see. Get it, man. Remember, it's just like welding. The more surface penetrated, the better the weld. Shave angles on all welding surfaces. All right. Mad Max scooter, like the truck with all the speakers. Exactly, Church of Dr. Phil. I have 6 subwoofers that I plan on hooking up to this scooter. And yeah, I just completely ripped that rubber piece. I'm tired of it. Whoa, that's interesting. Here's the old bulb. I also have a small flamethrower that I was planning on attaching onto these vents. These vents do flip out, and then I have like a linear actuator that I was going to hook up on like a rail system where it would come out and sort of have a hinge where it flip out, and then it has the propane feed, of course, on the flexible 6AN fitting going down through the bottom fairing right here. Then it goes down directly into the fuel line. It's pumped. It's used a windshield washer fluid pump to pump the fluid in there. It works. Let me try and pull this little bulb out, and you'll see the strange design. I don't know if you can see. I don't know, sort of weird. I'm guessing it just twists out. Watch this thing just break apart in my hand. Oh, great. What the heck, dude? Are you kidding me? Okay. Look at what's happening now. Oh, perfect. Okay, well, that's not supposed to happen, so I'm sure if you've ever changed out a light bulb and you unscrew it, you're not supposed to just have the glass part in your hand. It's supposed to have the little metal part, and that is, of course, as per usual, stuck inside there. Let me see if I can just poke it out. That's pretty weird, though. I told you this was a strange little bulb. This is not like a regular 1157 bulb or whatever, you know. Let me see if I can't. It's so strange that it just broke off like that. One thing that is semi-concerning with this bulb that it came with, It came with a LED bulb also, so I'm wondering if this is like a thing where it's like, oh, this is for sure gonna break.
Turning your great idea into a business. Start with the perfect.
Do you sit on the doll's face to ride the scooter? I'm so confused. Yes. So basically, the way that I set it up, Courtney is integrated into the scooter, and she's part of the seat. So her head is more like the, it's kind of like a cushion almost, but really what I've done is I have hooked up a small thermal printer into Courtney's mouth. So basically, there's a small vertical, horizontal slit that's cut into her mouth, and there's a small thermal printer that's down inside of her chest cavity right here. And basically, the way I have it set up, she can print out directions as I'm riding. She is hooked up to the internet, just regular 4G or whatever is nearby with a cell signal. But she has a little thermal printer in there. She can print out directions out of her mouth. Little tiny slips. It's this big, each one. I think it's 2.5 inches or 3 inches, and it's a little turn-by-turn map quest set of directions that I can use while I'm riding. So yes, she is part of the scooter, to answer your question. Sorry it was such a long answer to that question, but yes, she's part of the scooter, not so much part of the seat entirely, but she's part of the navigation system that I have installed on the 2008 Lance Milan GY6 scooter. See if I can't collapse this little light bulb housing in on itself and convince it that it is no longer welcome here in Fang's garage or in the light bulb housing. Let me actually see if I can pull this little tiny bulb out. Look at this cute little bulb. It was trying its hardest to be a light bulb. It was like, that's the look it had on its face when it was trying to become a real light bulb. I was like this. Don't tell me how I know. When I was trying to become a real light bulb the other day, I was making that exact same face. Does that face look familiar? Anyone? Oh gosh, this thing is stuck in there. Let me pull this bulb out and just compare it so I can see what the heck I'm trying to do here. Oh, okay, I see. This whole entire thing is stuck. Let me show you. So basically, of course, the glass part is there. That's the part that busted off. And I'm left with this piece stuck in there. So that's this piece right here. Basically, it's looking like this. So I'm trying to extract this whole entire chunk out of here. I'll put the new light bulb in. Gizmo is like staring like, I freaking knew that you were going to take this long just to put in a light bulb. I freaking knew it. Tell me that. What's up, the deal for real? How you doing, buddy? Oh, thanks for that suggestion on the like. The deal. You are the realest deal for real. I'm about to probably damage my hand doing this. Let me see if I can maybe. No, I can't even pull these out. This thing is so stuck in there. Nice, got it. Just took a little convincing. All right, extracted the part of the light bulb. It's supposed to be like this. Yoink. The scooter, let's go. Yes, the deal for real. Yes, the doll does have a name. Her name is Courtney, and she is, of course, the co-host of Fang's Garage. She is not in the greatest mood tonight. She found out that Gizmo had eaten her pizza Lunchable. And she was, I guess, looking forward to that. She said she was watching Survivor tonight, and she had planned on eating the pizza Lunchable, and Gizmo ate it. So, yeah, check out this bulb, the way it goes in there. Understandable though. I mean, if you had a pizza Lunchable, you'd be upset too if someone ate it. It's got these weird little tabs. Let me see if we can show you on the old one. So it has these little tabs on the top and then on the bottom, and one is slightly bigger than the other, and it kind of keys in there with these two slots right here. I'm guessing you just push it in like that and then rotate it. Or not. There we go. Okay, that's a little bit concerning. Very interesting. And dumb. Okay. Let me take this thing out. Okay, that kind of explains probably why it ended up not working. These little tabs on the bottom here for the light socket, they were like completely bent outward. So when I pushed the light bulb in there, it was not touching them quite right. Also, the little channel for this light bulb for these little contact things, not really contacts, but little locks. This thing sucks, man. Like, it's so not like locked in there properly. Like, it seems like they were just like, good enough with the light bulb, which is kind of a critical thing that needs to be mounted in there properly. But you can see on the bottom now, it's making contact. The two little contacts. Let me go ahead and semi reinstall it and try and wipe some of the oil off of the bulb. I'm sure it's completely covered in oil. The angle of the scooter, I can't tell how much of it's done. Mish Maisie. It is pretty much all done. I am currently waiting on a coil pack, and that's it. But I'll give you a little quick glimpse. Mish Maisie. This is the current state of the scooter. The back half, the plastics are all completely removed so that things can be easily accessed while diagnosing and riding and whatnot. This is the part that will be replaced, that was supposed to be replaced today, but it's not here because Amazon said nope. So of course I'm going to return this to Amazon because they suck when it comes to telling people, hey, yeah, this is going to work, and it totally doesn't work. Yes, amazing plan on the build. Can't wait, bro. I can't wait either, Church of Dr. Phil. I'm hoping that my buddy will be down to give me the green light to modify the scooter and make it look insane. If so, I have some, I don't know, other little passengers I could put on there. Just a crack pipe now. You got this mirrored? Don't. Yes, it is mirrored. Sorry about that, guys. Uncle Fester. Nice. I like that. Uncle Fester. I was for a while the world's best biker uncle according to a license plate frame that my niece and nephew got me. So I like that, Uncle Fester. I like all these names. Somebody said, what happened to, is this what happened to Toys R Us? And I said, yes it is. Before I just throw this stupid little rubber piece back on there, let me slap this little Rudy Tooty back in there. Alright, we consult the keyboard of Destiny. Oh. Ah, dang it. Oh, so it wasn't a new one. Great. Well, now I can't really inspect it, huh? Oh well. One more thing to clean up. Alright. Let's see what the scooter says. Nice. Got the headlight working finally. Let's see. Does absolutely nothing. Well, I mean, it does something, but I don't think it does much. So, nice. It says keep away from bright lights. I'm not sure if this is considered a bright light or not, but Gizmo seems to like it. Right, buddy? He thinks it's bright enough. Alright. Let's, Courtney, you need arms. Zork player, I agree. I am actually trying to work on something, Zork player. Speaking of arms and things like that, this, I don't know. This is a windshield wiper motor from, I believe, a Dodge Grand Caravan, and I'm thinking that I could maybe, I don't know, make one of these guys move. Make them a little bit more lively. I don't know. This guy, he lived for literally thousands of years. I mean, well, he didn't live for thousands of years. He existed in this piece of rock for thousands of years. And he swam in the ocean when probably there was gigantic dinosaurs on the earth. And he swam and died. And then he never even imagined that he would be living here amongst the other specimens at Fang's garage. He never thought. He probably was just swimming around, looking at stuff in the ocean, at some gigantic dinosaur swimming through the water, and thought, wow, that's a huge dinosaur. And he never thought he'd be sitting here with this guitar playing frog, or even, I don't know, other critters. He never thought he'd be sitting right here in the garage, but he is now. And I'm sure he's cozy and comfy and he's warm, and he's like, oh, it's a lot nicer than living in a storage unit that I was living in. I dig when Ren Baron Pizza is on sale for $4. I'll buy 7 or 8 of them. Dang, dude. 7 or 8 Red Barons. You're freaking baroned up, dog. They're gonna put a picture of you on the box, because they're like, dude, this guy freaking, he gets us. You know what, one of my favorite pizzas is the fresh. I think it's called Freshetta. You know what I'm talking about? It has a gigantic crust. It's like a breadstick in itself. Let me put this thing over here. Those things are like $12 now. I'm like, what? Wait, what? $12? Does it include a little dude that's going to come out of the box and cook it? What is going on here? Does it cook itself when you open the box? Like, how is it a $12 frozen pizza? It's not like I still have to go home and cook it. I could literally go and just order a fully hot, piping hot pizza at my house. Like, and someone will drive it over here for like $2 less. Why would I go home and do all the work? I still gotta drive it to my own house. But yeah, that was a good pizza. Not bad. I think it's called Freshetta or something like that. But now I just get the Albertsons pizza. I'm getting the freaking $5.99 Albertsons pepperoni. You can't go wrong with that. I mean, you can go wrong, and the next morning. Oh, yeah. I actually don't want anything to do with a friend like that. That is going to make me run to the bathroom the next morning and be like, I feel like I have to poop every 10 minutes. If I'm lucky. If I don't just have to just go to the bathroom immediately after going to the bathroom. I can go to the bathroom, stand up, walk out of the bathroom, and then I'm like, all right, now I have to go back. I go right back. Hold on, let me turn around. Let me grab a cardboard box or something. So put this on. I'm gonna get the plastic welder going. Weld up these little side pieces. Let it sit. While I go take this thing out for a little spin. What do you guys think? I have the helmet mount now, so it's a little bit better. Alright, I'll just throw it on a freaking piece of wood. Forget it. I got my little pink, my daughter's little pink sewing machine that I'm going to need to learn how to use again. I kind of learn how to use it, and then I'll just lose the information for like a year or so, and then I'll have to sew something again, so then I'll have to relearn how to sew. Alright, let's see how difficult this thing is to get a handle on. Is this supposed to light up Courtney's life? Zork player, yes, it is supposed to light up her life. Of course, she demands a lot when it comes to the scooters and how they perform. She is a scooter critic. If you guys don't know, Courtney runs a small magazine. It's a digital magazine. It's called Courtney Scoots, or CS for short. It's a vlog type of thing. She doesn't like to be on camera much, surprisingly, which is kind of strange, considering she's always demanding that she's on film. But yeah, she does run a scooter critiquing blog, and she's very harsh on this scooter. But yeah, usually what lights up Courtney's life is salmon. She's a big salmon fan. For some reason, I don't know why. She was trying to invent a salmon flavored body scrub for the ladies. I told her I don't know if anyone's gonna want that. This is the plastic welding gun, by the way. Freaking put your hands up! Do not move. Do not touch the Twinkies. I am serious. Do not. Let me plug this thing in and see how it works. He was reaching for it. Put your hands up! Let me see the nachos. Let me see them. Do not touch the dip. We got a subject trying to touch the nachos. Brown, white, large ears, small claws, big attitude. Just trying to touch the nachos and guacamole dip. We had a 7-layer dip that we had made for a family get-together the other day. It was the day after Thanksgiving, so kind of a, kill two birds with one stone type of thing. And I said, let's make the 7-layer dip to my wife, and she said, that's a great idea, let's do it. Oh, let me read the directions real quick. How to take care of your machine. When using hot welding nails for repairs, you can use them at will. Nice. I can use these things at will, guys. You think that I can't? I freaking can use these at will. When using the hot smoothing head and welding rod, please do not use the machine. Okay, guys, when you're using this smoothing head, you can't use this machine. So, sorry. Explain. The machine is always in working condition for more than 15 minutes continuously. Is that a clear enough explanation for you guys? If you continue to use it for 10 minutes continuously, please let the machine rest for 30 seconds. 1 minute, you can continue to use the machine again. Okay, do it in this way. It is beneficial to prolong the service life of the machine. Okay, well, let's go ahead and figure out how to do it. It says operation instructions for plastic welding. The back of the crack is fixed with metal foil. It says after the nail is embedded in the plastic, wait for 2 to 3 minutes or 2 to 3 seconds after pulling out the machine. Cut off the redundant welding hot staples. All right, let's just try it. I'm not going to clean it. I'm not going to prep it. I'm not going to look at it. I'm not going to taste it. I'm just going to do it. I am not going to put any sort of time into trying to make these things nice at all, because I'm going to empower my students to be more authentic and to do their own work on their own scooter. The fact that I went out and bought a $30 plastic... Oops. The fact that I went out and bought a $30 plastic welder kit
get real-time feedback
to even attempt to repair this little plastic piece is insane to me. But I thought it was kind of funny to try and fix it, so I'm going to. Let's see how it's gonna work. What's up, Blunts? How you doing, buddy? Oh, you have a Grom for sale? Nice. My buddy was just looking at a Honda Navi. I think that's almost the same as a Grom, right? Sorry guys, let me put you on the clamp cam. Oops, sorry, my phone is popping out. Oh, a light bulb comment? That is, what is up with this? There we go. Dang it. Alright, whatever. I'll just have to leave it like that. For some reason, this little arm socket thing is getting stuck. Yeah. I did not catch that, but now I get it. But yeah, I would gladly be referred to as Uncle Fester. It's exactly the kind of vibe that I was going for, I guess. All right, let's see how this thing works. I'm gonna go ahead and put this little staple thing in here into the plastic welder. Oops. What in the world? Okay, there we go. Got it in there. And I'm guessing I just press the trigger and it'll heat it up. So I'm gonna plug it in. I don't know if I was supposed to plug it in first, but I figured if it's I don't think it'd preheat. I can't see it preheating. I don't feel it preheating. Let me go ahead and hook this up or set it up and let's see what it does. I need to definitely get a new like phone holder, because this RAM mount thing is kind of not working the greatest anymore. All right, guys, up close so you can see it working. And of course, Gizmo is telling me on the earpiece that he wants to watch also. So I will throw him over here. He usually tries to help, but he's not very good at holding the stuff because his arms are so stubby. But he could at least try and watch and see what's going on. All right, let me just at least try and wipe off a little of the dirt. Yes, Bradley, is that Methany? Were you ever in the military? No, real war pig, I was not. But that is something that I kind of regret not doing. I thought, man, I wish I would have at least done it. Gone in some sort of military or something at least once. I thought it'd be a cool experience at least, but have not done that. Press this button and see what happens. Okay, I saw a little smoke come off there. Let me try and move this. show you guys. The part that I'm trying to weld is right here. So, let's see if I can't get a good field of vision for you while I'm doing it. Without burning my hand, preferably, but if I have to, I will. So I'm basically going to just try and press it down. See if I get it real good. How about this? See if I can press it down and push it in there without going all the way through. And without burning my hand right here. Let's see. Oh my. Okay, I'm gonna let go of the trigger. Still off the trigger. Just trying to let it solidify a little bit. Nice. Whoa. Man, if you accidentally hit yourself with this thing, if you tag yourself with this, ooh. That thing went in deep. It went in quick too. It looks like the right side is not in there as deep as the left side, but I just was not prepared for how fast it was. Alright, let me get another one out and try it again. I think I kind of messed it up because I was not pressing it onto the material first. I was like hovering over it. Let me make sure I don't touch this thing now because it's probably extremely hot. I think I should have been pressing it on the material and then press the trigger. And then oh shoot. Ooh, that is hot. Yeah, I think I should put it on the material, then press the trigger. Because I was kind of waiting for it to be looking red hot, then to press it on there myself. But I think I should just let the heat of it take care of it. Alright. Let me try it this way. I'm going to press it on the material and then press the trigger lightly and see how easily it goes in there. Alright, 1, 2. Oh, nice. Much more control that way. Oh, perfect. Okay, so let me just hold down, or there we go. Nice. Look at that. That went in there perfectly. You can't even see it. You can see the first one versus the second one. The first one is like not in there nearly as good. So I'm wondering if maybe I could attach this back on here. Let me try it. What's the worst that'll happen? It'll freaking ruin it. Who cares? Alright, got it back attached. Let me just barely touch the trigger and try and push it down on the right a little bit. Oh, nice. It worked. Okay. Alright. Not as good as the first one, but, I mean, as the second one. But, yeah, looks like it's working pretty good. Let me, again, this plastic is so degraded. Like, I think this is honestly a complete waste of time to even do this. But I'm just doing this just to kind of help my buddy out. Because to me, I'm gonna let him know, like, hey, dude, these things are broken. If you want to get some new ones, go ahead. But I don't feel like dealing with it. Because when I gave it to him, or when I sold him this bike, like probably a year ago, I told him, dude, they're broken. Like these little side covers are completely broken. He's like, all right. I was like, they're barely hanging on there. But I told him they need to be replaced. So they were not replaced. So if this thing does not turn out great, I do not care. I consider this as just a little bonus thing. I'm just going to give it to him, not even install on the bike and be like, hey, it's up to you if you want to put it on there. But these pieces essentially fell apart while I was trying to take off this side panel 100 times. I'm going to do it on this completely painted surface, and let's see what it does. Just going to touch it on there and just press it. Nice. Seems to be working okay. The reason I'm doing it on the outside here is because the inside corner would be like essentially impossible to get this part on this crack, so at least not a flat surface. I figure I'd do a couple right here and then cut it off. Let me go ahead and put one more in there. Also, I can't use up all my precious little plastic welding bits. These things cost an arm and a leg, believe it or not. I have no idea how much these actually cost. The whole kit was 30 bucks, and this is essentially just like a gigantic soldering iron, I think. So I should actually hook up a soldering iron kit on, or a tip on here, and freaking make this an extremely fast soldering iron. Probably just incinerate whatever I'm trying to solder. The fumes on these plastic bits are smelling good. Why not length whiz 3? Oh, lengthwise? Like this? It could potentially like this if I were to go down like at this angle. But I don't know. This part is almost pointless anyways because this whole piece is broken off anyways, so I'm gonna cut these down flush, and this is where the foot peg sits anyway, so you won't even be able to see it, but I don't know. It feels pretty strong so far. I'm probably gonna put one more right here. Let's see.
Find your perfect domain name.
All
Start turning
right.
your daydream into your dream job.
Put one more on here.
Towards domains and make it happen.
This thing seems to be working pretty good for a plastic repair device. I could see this being very useful. It just went right in. That is the key if you guys are going to try it. Press it on there and then you press the trigger. I guess that's the probably the best way to do it. Let me see what they recommend do next. It says after the nail is embedded in the plastic, wait for 2 to 3 seconds. Cut off redundant welding hot staples. Okay, where are the redundant welding hot staples? Go ahead and grab, if you guys are following along, grab your little redundant hot staple tool out of your kit. These are of course made with the highest grade Damascus steel in Japan, and they are all handmade. So it's got a nice little return spring on there. Let's go ahead and cut off the redundant welding hot staples from the scooter. Try and cut it off flush. Oh shoot! Ah. Oh my gosh, this piece just got right in my eye. I'm just kidding. I'm just going to continue squinting every time I cut, so if anything hits me in the eye, it will hopefully not pierce my eyelid. Pizza says, oh. Okay. Okay. Oh. Make sure if you are doing this at home, go ahead and let those little pieces fly everywhere so you step on them later when you're barefoot. Okay, I've cut off the redundant welding hot staples. Christopher, what's up, James Baca? How you doing, buddy? Let's go ahead and grab the other little attachment. This piece, I'm guessing that this is the part on step number 4. Use the hot smoothing head to repair the flat. All right, guys, let's repair that flat. If you guys have a flat go ahead and grab your hot smoothing head and hook it up to your 150 watt. This says measure emment. Go ahead and hook it up to your measure emment plastic welding gun model H150. Hook it up to the end right here. Be careful. If you are handling this barehanded, this thing is about 400 degrees right now that I'm holding on to. My hands are very callous, so I'm used to it. You might not be used to it, so I advise that you do not try this at home. This thing is pretty hot, so as hot as a soldering iron, if you could imagine. Got the hot smoothing head installed on our H150. We're locked and loaded. The light is on. Gizmo is excited, if you could not tell. Let's go ahead and try it on his left eye. Just kidding. I would never. All right, let's try it out. On the 2008 Lance Milan GY6 150cc scooter side cover. I'm gonna heat it up. And smooth it on out. Gotta make it smooth here, folks. If it's not smooth, it's not Fang's garage. I can tell you that much. If it is smooth, it's actually most likely not Fang's garage. Because we are not smooth around here. We are quite abrasive and jagged. If you could not tell. This is not working at all by smoothing. Seems to be just melting it into some sort of a paste. Let's go ahead and try it on this. I might actually just say, you know, not the greatest idea to do it on the top here. It might just totally ruin it. Let me try and cut these down as close as I can. These redundant hot staples. It seems a little more less redundant now that it's I mean, it's kind of not redundant because it's like, well, I mean, it's kind of really significant. Oh, great. It just pulled one of them out a little bit. Oh, great. Fantastic. Just great. That's just great. This whole project is pretty much ruined. My gosh. I feel like I'm making it worse. I feel like I should have just left it. At this point, I'm just inhaling all this, all this plastic. Smells good. Does it feel good? Yeah, feels pretty dang good to me. Feels nice and sturdy. Feels very stable and strong. Not really. Kind of feels like garbage, but that's all right. I'll roll with it. I really didn't think about that. I probably should have used the other part beforehand. Should use the other piece, the other staple applicator first. That's all right. I'll just pull this off with some pliers. And then we'll take the scooter out for a quick skip around the block. What do you guys think? Take it for a little skip and dip. Grab some Dippin' Dots. Let's see if I can grab this thing off. Okay, got it. And go ahead and set that on your clamp. If you guys are following along at home, go ahead and get a couple more staples in there. They call me the Sultan of Staples back in high school. I was known as the Staple King. So, yep, I controlled all the staple supplies in and out of school. Nobody got past me without getting some staple action going. And that's the way everyone liked it. It was a good system. It worked. Nobody complained. Everyone loved the Sultan of Staples. You know what? I loved it too. I loved the power that came with it. Not so much the responsibility, but I love the power. Being the Sultan of Staples at Glendale High School out near Arizona. If you guys weren't aware, I was raised mostly in the canyons of the Grand Canyon. It's basically in the cracks and crevices of the Grand Canyon. Me and my family lived out there. We kind of went rogue one year after going camping out of the Grand Canyon. And my dad said, you know what, let's set up a little house out here. And my mom was like, what, are you serious? We can't do this. You have to go to work. He said, no, we're going to do this. And basically me and my 6 other siblings were all raised out at the Grand Canyon. For most of our lives. We'd just be running around all inside the cracks and crevices of the Grand Canyon. We'd be drinking the water. A lot of times we'd run around and scare the people that were on the whitewater rafting rides and stuff, on the little tourist packages and stuff like that. And it was a lot of fun. There was a lot of wildlife out there. It was really cold. We didn't have any kind of shelter. We just kind of slept out in the open air every night, and it was quite the experience for childhood. Just living out there amongst the wilderness, getting my own food, getting my own shelter, just trying to find anywhere to get away from the elements and stay safe. And it was just the craziest experience you've ever even heard of. Eventually my dad went back home, everyone went back home, I stayed out there, and I just kind of chilled amongst the wilderness out in the Grand Canyon. I lived out there for about 14 years, and it was a great experience. I did constantly get harassed by the people that work there. They said, you can't live out here, what are you doing, why are you always walking around in your underwear, like, can't you just, it's cool if you live out here, but can't you just put on some clothes? And I said, no, you can't control me, stop trying to control me, I'm doing my own thing, blah blah blah. So yeah, it was quite the experience out in Arizona after Glendale High School. I was the valedictorian class of 72. Also, class clown, of course. You thought I was up to antics now, inhaling all this plastic smoke from a GY6 scooter side cover. You thought I was getting weird when I was inhaling this plastic stuff? Could you imagine what I was doing back in high school? Could you even imagine what I was doing? I was actually researching a book called Mysteries of the Unexplained in my spare time. It was about aliens and paranormal activities, things like this, spontaneous human combustion, things like that. And it was just Mysteries of the Unexplained. And I said, this book is insane. It's actually what I was doing in high school. In high school, I think I was actually collecting Star Wars trading cards. After my Yu-Gi-Oh phase, after I had been way too cool for Yu-Gi-Oh, and I was like, that's a child's game. And then I was like, let me get these Pokemon trading cards. I think that's what I was doing in high school. And then for the last 2 years of high school, I worked at a amusement park. And yeah, that was a cool experience. I was actually one of the people that would feed the animals at the amusement park. It was on the news. There was this whole news story. It was a controversy. They had caught me swimming with one of the animals, and it was against the law because it was at night and I was doing the backstroke, and they said, hey, you can't do the backstroke in the beluga whale exhibit. And I said, you can't stop me. And they tried to get me out of the pool. It was this whole thing. They had to, I was arrested. It was unfortunately just because I was doing the backstroke. That's it. They said you could have done any other. You could have done the breaststroke. You could have done the freestyle. You could have done the armband. You could have done the side swim. You could have done any of that stuff. You could have doggy paddled. We would have left you alone. But you cannot do that in the beluga whale exhibit on a Saturday night. So yeah, I was arrested, and unfortunately they found me guilty. So that is why I have the ankle monitor on now. If you guys could not tell, I do have an ankle monitor on. That's why I'm under 24/7 surveillance because of that incident. It's not because of inhaling the fumes of the Model H-150 plastic welding gun. Where year did I graduate? So I graduated back in '72, back from Glendale High out in Arizona. It's in northwest Arizona. It's right in the corner. But yeah, back in '72, graduated. I was valedictorian. I was first in class for. I was actually nominated most likely to be inhaling plastic fumes from a Model H-150 on a Tuesday night. By my class. It was actually voted on by my school. They voted on it. They said, hey, do you guys have anyone nominated for most likely to be inhaling a bunch of plastic fumes off of a Model H-150 on a Tuesday? And they said, well, there is one guy that I was thinking of. They said, are you thinking of who are you talking about Fang? And they said, yes. I said, yes. Okay. Do we even need to vote on this? They said, no, let's just go ahead and give it to him. So I did get that little notoriety, a little bit of notoriety on my college resume. So that helped me get in to ITT Tech. I applied to ITT Tech for about 6 years. They would not accept my application. They said, stop contacting us. You are not getting in this school. I said, please, I have to get into ITT Tech. You guys don't understand. This is one of my biggest dreams to graduate from ITT Tech. And they did not want to hear it. They did not care. They said, stop showing up. You need to stop showing up to our buildings. This is not okay. I got lots of trespassing orders against me because I kept showing up on the scooters. I'd show up with the masks on. I'd say, hey, I need to get in here. I need to be an ITT Tech specialist. And they did not want me there. So eventually they caved. And through a legal loophole, they had to accept my application. So I graduated from ITT Tech back in '81, I believe it was. So yeah, that was good. That really launched my career into technical support until, of course, the rise of the internet, and I immediately lost my job. In case you guys didn't know, I do have a book out, and in the book it explains what happened after that. In my bio, I actually started working for a company that was distributing the AOL America Online, of course, free discs that they had at the grocery checkout line. It was the free trial discs, and I would deliver those every day. It was kind of like a paper route, and I would just go from store to store and just restock all the America Online little CDs. I'd have to make sure that no one was stealing them. I know that they were free, but there was a huge black market for counterfeit America Online free trial discs. People were counterfeiting them. They were trying to sell them in parking lots. It is so fun, DJ. I think you smoked a lot of drugs back in the day. Well, you know what, James? We all have our history. Am I right? What I did back in the day... Let's see, what did I smoke back in the day? I used to smoke 2 packs of Pall Mall Menthol 100s every single day. Back when I was in my Taco Bell era, I was working at Taco Bell, I would sit out there on my break and smoke literally two cigarettes at a time. Like 2 of my fingers smoking them at a time, trying to utilize my 10-minute break to the maximum efficiency. I had my foot to the gas as hard as I could on that 10-minute break at Taco Bell. So did I do things in the past? Of course. Who hasn't? But is that why I act like this? I don't think so, dude. I think it's just me. I think I just like to giggle, to be honest with you. I think about 90% of my day is surrounded by me trying to make myself laugh about something and then being like, yeah, that was funny in some way. Yeah, that's the main goal. I'll put this last staple on here. This thing was fun to do. Nice, James. Congrats on being sober, buddy. I unfortunately am not sober. I consume pretty much drugs, I'd say 100% of the day. From the moment I wake up, I'm doing drugs. As soon as I wake up, I literally grab drugs. It's the first thing I grab. I grab a cup of coffee. It's the moment I wake up, and that is caffeine, and that's a drug. So yeah, I think lots of people do drugs. I think people just don't like to call them drugs. I think people really just don't like to call them drugs. But that's good that you're sober, man. Congrats. As you can see, I did actually clean this up a little bit. Yeah, you know what, Kyle? I do not mind using nicotine all day long, or caffeine all day long.
Empower your students to be more
I personally don't have a problem with it.
With Grammarly's comprehensive AI writing assistance.
I do have a problem with
Use it to help
Grammarly.
Students brainstorm ideas faster. Document their...
Not them as in general, but just because they have so many commercials. Thanks. Good job, man. 2 years is not any small feat, man. Like, speaking as someone who has definitely been stuck from stuff a lot of times, 2 years, that's good, man. You just got to freaking keep showing that thing who's in charge. And you're in charge, James. Yeah, I agree, JC. Mind-altering drugs are not the way to do it. But I am surprised, though. A lot of these, antidepressant, stuff like that, those type of things, those things can alter your mind a lot, I think. Go ahead and cut some of these off. Those make me more nervous than anything, I think. But I'm okay with using some nicotine all day long. For me, it helps. Probably not suggesting anyone do that, because the thing that I do not like about nicotine is just the idea of something having control over me. So, not a bonus feature of using any sort of drugs if that is the case. But in some circumstances, it does help people. I would assume. Not giving any advice, of course. Fang's Garage is not a medical advice giving institute. We are just here to repair scooters and shoot 1,000 of these little redundant welding staples all over the garage. They are all over the place. I don't even know how you'd go about not shooting them all over the place. This is some garage ASMR type of stuff. I don't like how I'm not cutting them that flush, but that's okay. I'm not going to attempt to melt these down at all. I'm not going to try and clean this all up and do all this, and I'm just going to leave the staples in there and be like, hey man, threw these staples in there. If you want to go ahead and try and repair it any further, that's up to you, buddy. But this is as much attention as these stupid little side covers that were broken a year ago are going to get. I'm not spending any more time on it. at this point, it'd be easier to just get a new one, and cheaper and would cost less. But it does feel a lot more stable. Thanks, Joseph. I appreciate it. Put it back over to catch the flying pieces. That was a good suggestion, JC. I wish I would have thought about that. I'll probably have to do that next time. But it actually, I mean, it seems pretty much like it's not going to go anywhere. And you can see it kind of burn through on a couple of them, so that's good. That means full penetration, right? Smoking plastic in the Grand Canyon, definitely my third favorite drug. Kyle, that is definitely up there on the list. Smoking plastic, I used to go out to the Grand Canyon and just grab little bits of plastic and garbage and hook it up to my H150 plastic welding gun and just inhale the fumes. I'd put each one of these in my nostrils with little bits of plastic on it and just hit the trigger and just sail away. That's a cool little feature. I don't think it turns on without something in there. All right, guys, should we go for a quick little spin on the scooter? I'm not going to put these old plastic bits in there right now. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing all that. I can tell you that much. I ain't going to do all that right now. I'm going to go ahead and put it right there. I guess I do need to put this on, huh? You throw this on real quick, grab a little bolt. Actually, I guess I will need to find a little bolt. Come with me. You too. I need you. I need your help. Where is it? There it is. M6 yet again. All right, we'll make this a quick one. No, not long enough. 2, no. That one looks good. Looking for a 10? Of course I have a 10. I've got 10s and I've got 10 10s. Throw this thing back on real quick. Courtney is not happy that we're going to go out on a ride without her again, but that's okay. She will live. That'll be fine. Yeah, I tested out this ignition coil, and it was, I don't think it was testing out, I can't remember, someone had commented how much it was supposed to be testing. I think it was ohms, and it was off. So yeah, doesn't surprise me, I guess, because I think 90% of the parts that came in this kit did not work, so no surprise there. But kind of sucks. I mean, if you did not have a multimeter and a crew of people helping you on YouTube Live to figure out that this thing was broken, and you were just somebody who was just getting into scooters and stuff, you might not ever figure out what's wrong with your scooter, because you wouldn't know, like, oh, this brand new part is just failing out of the box. So yeah, that does suck. That 90% of the stuff in that kit was junk, including this little ignition coil. We'll test it out and I'll go for a spin and see how it works. Holy junk, you're right. I hope he gets nice. What's up, the Harry Piker? How you doing? Yeah, talking about junk. We got junk. We got some good junk though. I don't think there's anything in this garage that I have not. Wow. Hold on here, folks. Wow. The broken phone is finally shut off. The Seg? No, I have not. I've heard of Sega. I've heard of Turbo Man. Guess what, guys? It's turbo time. I've been waiting all year to say that. I haven't said that for a year. Alright, guys. Let's go out for a little scooty scoot ride, huh? Now the headlight is working. It will be a little bit better. Let me just keep these guys out of the way. Very nice. It's going to be a solo journey tonight. I'm going to bring a spark plug just in case. And also, I will bring I'll bring a headlight or a flashlight. I'll also bring my wedding ring in case I die while on the scooter. Then they will know to contact my wife. Tell them, it looks like your husband was out scooting around at 11:30 at night again, and he got hit by a giant snail that was crossing the road. It was some sort of prehistoric snail that has grown to be some large size. We don't know how it happened, but unfortunately, he's gone. And then they'll say, well, oh, James, are you asking what this is? The Big Hauler kit? Or are you asking what the Mad Max jacket that I'm wearing is? Why I'm deciding to go as Mad Max tonight? I don't know. Just have some fun. Just have a little fun, buddy. I want to make sure that if I get pulled over on this scooter, I'm really making it obvious. What are you doing? Why are you dressed like this? Why is there oh, that's what I'll do also. Let me take this. Take this. Take this. Take this. And let me take this. Real quick. Promise it's for a good cause. Take it's for a good cause, don't worry. It has to be a 10. There we go. I think this one will work. Let's give it the old, yeah, that'll be good. More than enough. My thought is I will bring this coil pack with me. And that way when this one fails, then I can exchange it and test it. Verify that is the issue. All right. Look at Google, the John Searle generator. Really interesting. I seen him back in the 80s. I don't know if he's still alive. Really amazing person shunned by his own country. I will look into that. What a mess. Yeah, I'll admit, Bali, this is a mess right here. And I would consider probably this a mess. The rest of this is not a mess, believe it or not. This is just a motorcycle with a giant train on it. This is just a lathe setup with my, of course, guardian of the lathe. It was just a mask station with all the recording equipment for the camera stuff. There's all the helmet collection, all the motorcycle toys, shipping department, electronics. We have the camera section over here with the VR. Got the jackets, memorabilia, bandsaw area. Got the vacuum there. That's not a mess. Brazil, what's up, Anderson Rodriguez Montoani? How you doing, buddy? This right here, this is just a Santa trench coat. That's not a mess. Again, this, okay, maybe that's a coordinated mess. Yes, Bally, it is a little bit of a coordinated mess. I promise. Everything has its rightful place and nothing is wasted. I actually just cleaned this out the other day, Bally. It's looking a lot cleaner. These are my book section, the library, all for the references. Got the climber manuals. This is the online section, stuff that is getting posted, blah, 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 sold. Dead animals. Paint section, painting supplies. Screwdriver area. Christmas presents. Junk pile. That's the junk pile. That's where all the scrap steel, okay? And this is just, again, another motorcycle. This comes standard with every garage here in the United States. A little Austin Powers stuffed animal. He's got the mole. Let's go ahead and put you guys on here and let's go ride some cool old bikes. I keep those and make some cool rides. I'm going to try to, JC. I'm going to try my hardest. Put the regular clamp down. All right, guys. It is going to cut out for 1 second while I hook you up to this crazy concoction of a helmet mount and turn off the Wi-Fi. So give me a second. It'll reconnect and then we'll go for a cruise. You guys ready? Coordinated mess. That's right. Valley. I promise it is coordinated. Get you on the helmet mount here. 1 second. Alright guys, we are mounted on the helmet. Let me put the mic in there real quick. Uh-oh. Got my magnet. Okay. We're in. I'm in. Are you in? As Incubus would say it. Guys, I won't be able to read the chat from now on since I have the helmet cam on and I can't see. I can just see like the top of the phone. So let's take this little scooter out for a ride. Make sure my phone isn't going to fall off and turn down the gain on the mic. Alright guys, hopefully you can hear me still. I'm going to leave, give some old behind. Sorry buddy, you gotta stay. Let's take this thing out for a little ride around the area, shall we? See if this headlight works. Who knows if it will. I've already got my hands on it, so it might not. Alright, see if this focus will work. Let me wipe off the lens real quick, guys. Alright, hopefully that'll help. Let's go ahead and start it up. Nice, that's a lot better. Oh, great. Forgot the starter button is crapped out. Let me reverse and grab a tool real quick. Grab a manual starter button. I carry a manual starter button with us. Manual starter button. I know I have one around here somewhere. There's one. Perfect. Go ahead and manually start this thing. Might want to put it up on the center stand. Manually start it. Kill switch was on. Almost. There we go. Just a little warm. Give it a second to warm up, guys. Okay, good. Let's go. Ooh, a little slippery. Okay. All right, almost out of the dirt. Okay, well if it's okay when it's cold, and I have it sitting here cold, then I should in theory just be able to slap it on and it'll repair it immediately. Jumps out with some kind of sort of trap. Like that. Free wheel? Pretty nice though. Oh well. Thought it was like some wooden like milk crate or something. dang gloves, man. My hands are so freaking cold right now. No longer going to or I could just ride around indefinitely and and now my headlight's working, so. And this light is not recognizing that I'm here. Oh, there it goes. I guess if it goes through 2 light cycles, you're allowed to go through it. It's called the dead red law. So go ahead, it's a dead red. But then when I stop and I go to the fix it or maybe break it. I don't know. You tell me. I gotta wake up the neighborhood. This. You know what's up. Brakes aren't working. Definitely take special. Cut it out there. That was for reading the Christmas lights at 11:30 down. Don't mind me, folks. Nothing suspicious. Gas so that it gets all heated up and then stop it and I'll start it again. See what happens. It also doesn't help that the brake light switch on this bike. videos, I'm uploading stuff on Instagram, I'm trying to drive this little electric scooter, Alright, this is where I got stuck last time. Zip on from here. I definitely something guy that you recommended, but if you need to following along right now on your ride, go ahead and do that. Pop the wheelie! I was looking up at the sky. I checked out the Milky Way. I was looking through the galaxy. Looking straight up at the air. I did that perfect wheelie. Incredible. Unfortunately, since I am wearing the helmet mount, you guys could not really see it, but that's okay. You just have to take my word for it. Get on with it. I got places to be. I'm riding over here. Just out here. I'm off of the fishing boat for today. I'm not doing any fishing tonight, but we did get a good haul on the crab nets, and I'm just out here enjoying the scooter life. I got 6 hours off on the crab boat for the last year. the first thing she says. What's that smell? I said, it's the crab. She said, yeah, but I've eaten crab and I've never had lobster. That's the first thing she said to me when I got home. And I said, this is ridiculous. I've been on the boat. I get seasick. I get very homesick. So you can imagine getting seasick and work on a fishing boat. I'm basically vomiting for a year straight. You ain't gonna believe it, but I do. Oh, every night the week, I have a receipt. I might have clothing. Crawling around with their little pictures. Let me check in with the chat. What's up, Justin? How you doing, buddy? Yeah, I know the gauge lights are all out. What's up, Trevor? McCabe? Hello from Ireland. Hello from San Diego. I'm Irish, if you didn't know. Let's see if this thing will start back up. Grandpa. Let's see, Irish boxer. See? Okay, let's see if it'll start back up. Of course, I might need to use... Yeah, it's not working. As you can see, the brake light is not getting any brighter when I'm pulling it, which means that the starter button won't work, which means that I need this. Where is it? Hold on, guys. Did I not bring the wrench? Oh, I brought it in my other pocket. Check this brake light switch real quick on the... Oh, that's why. It's right here. This little thing right here is why it's not starting. Watch. Oh. I see. The whole switch is broken. Oh well. I'll just have to jimmy rig it. 1 second, guys. Let me throw this. I'll just throw it back in here. Okay, start it up with my little extra starter button. I know it's all out of this, guys. Sorry. the kill switch. Nice. Now it's not wanting to start. Kind of what I was hoping for. Let me take this helmet off real quick. Actually, I'll keep the helmet on. Let me take the phone off. 1 second, guys. Alright, let me try and fix this real quick. I guess it would have been easier just to use on the helmet. Can you guys hear anything that I'm saying now? Sorry about the audio issues, guys. Didn't realize. I think the gain was a little bit too low on that. I usually try and set the gain pretty low to try and combat the wind noise, but fortunately I was a little overzealous with it. Forgot that this one requires, I believe, a ground, and let's see, not sure how to go about doing that. Maybe I'll just sandwich it in there. No, try it like that. Hopefully I brought that other bolt with me. If I have it, check my pockets. Don't check. Oh, I think I do. Yes, I have it. As far as this, I'm gonna have to figure out how to ground this. Thinking I could just smash it in between there. Have anything that will do anything. This will probably work, I think. Trying to flatten this out. Come on, don't fold in. This is literally just to get me home. I'm about 60 miles away from home right now. Don't have much gas. My map is flew off about 6 miles back. I can't find it. I've been looking for it. If you guys are just tuning in, I've been looking for my map for the last 20 minutes. Now my scooter is broken down and I'm stuck. I'm supposed to be at home with my family eating dinner. We eat dinner here really late in Northwest Alaska because of the sun. The sun does not come up as often anymore. It comes up every couple of days. So our time schedule is way off. The kids have been waking up at all hours of the night. They don't know what's day, they don't know what's night. And I'm supposed to be eating dinner right now. I'm stuck out here on this little GY6 scooter. Trying to flatten this thing out to make it into an acceptable ground. Let's see if that might work if I just tighten down one side. Or maybe I could do it like just a little bit like this. And then try to tighten it. Let's try that. Let's try that and see. Get this thing started first. Make sure I cross-thread it. There we go. Let's see if that'll work. Okay, that doesn't seem like it's working. What is that? Giving me such a hard time. Let's see. Loosen up. Sorry guys, didn't realize how crooked that was. Everybody just got super sick while watching that. See if I can get this thing kind of started in there a little bit better. Again, I'm currently about 60 miles away from home. I have no food, I have no water. My cell phone's at 14%. I don't have any way to charge it. And the nearest gas station was probably about, let's say, 40 miles back. I don't know what I'm going to do if this thing doesn't work. Looks like it's not going to go in there too easily. Looks like it's fighting me. I guess I have something to do now to make sure I have something to weld later on. See if I can't use the same. Let me use this top hole. Wrong hole. By the time I do this, it'll be cooled down so much that the old coil will just work. I think it usually takes about, I'd say 20 minutes at least to cool down. Yeah, I think this thread is kind of jacked up. I think I jacked it up. Yep. 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 Great. This is probably the time where that coyote will come back out and reveal itself. I am completely immobile. This also seems like it's a little bit loose. I'm trying to remedy that real quick. Alright. Let's try one more time. Put this on here. And try it from this side. Give it a little more slack. Try it like this. Would have been nice if I would have had the right little electrical fitting on there before I left. I did not, neglected to think about that. Let me see if I can pull this off. How about this? Put this bolt on here. Let me see, is there another bolt I could just salvage real quick from the actual thread that's messed up? Let me just try this. Oh crap. Yeah, that'll still work. The people that live nearby are probably like, what the heck? Oh great, battery power is at 15%. get home. Let's try this. Let's see if it'll start. Okay. Let's try it. If not, I'm pushing it home. Turn off the flash real quick. Alright, let's try to start it up, guys. Start it right up. See if it'll keep going. Sometimes it'll die when I give it gas. Okay. Not sure if you guys can hear, but it's running. Nice. Well, guys, I think it's pretty much safe to say that the issue has got to be the ignition coil. 1213. Perfect. Yeah, I think it's got to be the ignition coil. When I put this new one on, or the old one on, it seemed to work. So I'm guessing that is, in fact, the problem. The new one was supposed to be coming in today, but it did not. It said now arriving tomorrow. And I said, are you serious? And they said, yeah. I'm freaking dead serious. My name is Amazon Alexa, and I do not play. I said, okay, I'm sorry. My bad. My bad. Sorry. Okay. Let me get unassembled real quick.
I'm a friend of Sarah Connor.
I'm a friend of Sarah
It's the
Connor.
Capital One Bank guy.
That's me.
So, what do you do outside of the Capital One Cafe?
What do you mean?
All right. 1 second. you often live stream? From LA Clipper Fan 42. I try to live stream at least like 2 to 3 times per week. Lately, things have been a little bit hectic, so I haven't been able to. But yeah, I usually aim for like 3 times a week. And Gina, glad to see you're here again. Of course, Courtney is very happy to see you. And so is Gizmo. He's a little bit hungry, if you couldn't tell. His little belly is a little bit empty. Anal cavity. Anal cavity. I'm guessing that's how you pronounce it. Anal cavity. Solenoid, I think you are probably right. One thing that is concerning is the little switch inside here is not really functioning correctly for the brake light switch. So I think that is hooked up to the starting system, and I think that is partially why it is not starting. Let me get my phone plugged in. It's gonna die. Thank you, Renacio Dio. Hopefully there's audio now. Thank you, buddy. Without you, this whole thing would have sucked even more. I would have failed even harder than I already have. Actually, tonight I don't consider it as a failure. I consider tonight as a success, a major success, in fact. The scooter has been, I think, properly diagnosed. I think that the scooter is pretty much officially diagnosed, and it is going to be repaired whether it likes it or not. I think I'm going to repair this and give it back to my dress finally, and he's going to love it. I think at the moment that he puts those keys in the ignition and he turns it, and the women start flocking to him, I think he's going to love it. I think to give you an honest assessment of how much he's going to love it, I think he's going to freaking love it. I think he's going to freaking be so excited when the women are lined up at his doorstep and they're like, can we please get a ride on the scooter? And he says, oh, are you talking about the GY6 Lance Milan 2008 150cc scooter? And they'll say yes. Thanks, Renacio Dio. Thank you for that compliment. I made that vest approximately, I don't know, 10 years ago. And I don't wear it often, but I want to start wearing it again. Alright. Move that away. And if I wear my new plastic welding gun, the thing was actually pretty cool. I like it. It makes sense that you need some sort of metal internal structure for it. If you're trying to repair plastic, it seems like it would make sense. So I am actually pleased with that thing. It looks good. I think it's a cool little tool to have. I've been looking at it, like I said, I've seen it for probably, I don't know, since it came out a couple of years ago, or at least since I saw it kind of being around the internet a couple of years ago. And it seemed like something I always wanted to try. I'm glad I finally got to try it. That was fun. Fun little experimentation. This time the experimenting patient was not wiggling around or trying to get away from me. Oh, good. Just got copyright strike from a stinking game commercial. Alright, put this little plastic welding gun away. Again, if you guys are thinking about getting into plastic welding guns, make sure you take yourself a plastic welding gun safety course. Oh, okay. Makes 0 sense, but alright, whatever. This thing will never close properly again. There's 0 chance. I'm gonna have to plastic weld the freaking plastic weld. Oh, and I left the oil piece off the headlight. Oh well. Get out of here. Now that I know it is fully running and operational, I feel a little more secure. Dedicate a little more time and effort into it. I was thinking this thing might be completely lost. Maybe a complete lost cause at this point. But unfortunately for Andres, the scooter is not a lost cause. It will be redeemed, and it will be rideable. And tomorrow when I install the newbie ignition coil, I'm hoping it's going to ride real good. So I'll take it out for another spin, hopefully tomorrow. And you guys will be there live to witness it. Go ahead and move this scoot back out here and get it out of my freaking sight. I'm going to be a scooter certified repair specialist soon enough. Here, like the freaking scooter. I'm tired. Scooter stuff. Because I just don't have it. The scooter stuff. Okay? I literally cannot see me working on a scooter anytime in the near future. I don't care whose scooter it is. Alright? I've had it. I've had it. I'm shutting it off. I'm shutting it down. I think I need to say what needs to be said. Alright? I'm not going to hold it any longer. I've been waiting a long time to say this, guys, but I'm done working on that scooter. I'm freaking done working on a scooter. Me and Courtney here, we are freaking had it with the scooter. I'm sick of looking at it. I'm sick of thinking about it. I'm sick of talking about it. I'm sick of my coworkers asking me what's going on with the scooter. I'm tired, okay? I don't want to do it anymore. I want to finish this thing. I want to get it out of the garage. Okay, so what I'm going to do tomorrow night, live, I'm going to be installing that ignition coil, that Nibby brand ignition coil. It's supposed to be more reputable than the cheap ones, okay? I'm going to be installing that on the GY6 scooter, and I'm going to be seeing if that's the problem. I'm pretty sure it is. I'm almost 100% sure that that is the problem. And Courtney here, yeah, okay, yeah, she agrees. It is the problem, and we're going to figure it out live tomorrow. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Thanks for all the likes, all the comments, and all the advice. Thanks again, Renascio Dio. Thanks again for letting me know about the audio issues. Me and Courtney here, we actually have something really important we have to do. We have a meeting with one of the CEOs of yogurtwater.com, and we have a big deal in the works. Biz, it's not scary. You're being very rude, actually. Okay, this is a medical condition. I was born like this. When I came out, everybody in the hospital screamed. People in the other room screamed. They said it was weird. I said, this is me, baby. It's all me. All right, guys. Me and Courtney here, we have a meeting with I have my eye on you, Kyle. I see you, Kyle. I know exactly what you're doing right now, Kyle, and guess what? I'm going to be outside of your house tonight watching you sleep and slumber and have nice little dreams about Candyland and Christmas time. It's almost Christmas, guys. All right, guys, I'm going to be working on the GY6 scooter and maybe the Santa costume tomorrow night. Thanks, Garage. Me and Courtney, we got a meeting we got to go attend to. We're out. See you guys. Thanks for stopping by.